Looking to get your financial plan made, viewers? You have stopped by the right phone, or should I say, the right thumbnail. While we are becoming better financial planners, how many of us are good goal based financial planners? I'm going to repeat that question. How many of us, you viewers, you and me, are good goal based financial planners? We have Mr. Ajay Mittal, who is the Vice President and Head Knowledge Management of the SBI AMC.
How financial planning and goal planning are important from the perspective of wealth creation. So, to take you forward about financial goal planning, so as we all know that setting goal is not a one-time exercise, whether it's a personal goal or whether it's a financial goal. So,
He has previously worked with various companies like Jindal Group, Indian Express, Bombay Stock Exchange, Aditya Birla Group, etc. Having done his PhD in economics, he is deeply into financial research and training since the last 15 years and a visiting faculty in various management colleges across the country. It is an honor for the Maifan Bazaar team having SBI enlighten the viewers about the overall financial expertise and today's topic, goal-based financial planning. So viewers, if I were you, I would probably continue watching this video till the very end. Now, with that being said, it is time for me to hand over the platform to Team SBI. Over to you, Mr. Mittal.
So when we are talking about the personal goals, like many of the people are thinking, yes, they have short-term goals, long-term goals, or medium-term goals. So many a times we are thinking that in the next new year or in the year which is coming ahead, so we are going to reduce weight or we are going to have this much kitty for the particular function or particular event. So that sort of like it's not a one time exercise. Every year we are setting up goal. In the same way, when we are talking about the financial goal planning, it plays a very very important role in the life of an investor, in the life of an individual, because if your financial goals are intact and if you are having a very disciplined approach to achieve your financial goal, then definitely it makes you wealthy, it makes you better. So that the financial realities change with time. So we know that every time year on year your financial realities are getting changed. So many a times we are seeing that the people are having a different goals in life. So like might be some people would be having a short term goal like buying a laptop or buying a small gadget kind of. So some and others would be having a long term goals. So long term goals which some people would be having the goals pertaining to retirement, pertaining to higher education of the children, pertaining to marriage of the children, and some people would be having a medium term goals. So medium term goals, when we are talking about, so different peoples would be having different goals. Like medium term goals would be, many of the people are thinking that yes, after 5 year down the line I want to buy a house, or I want to buy a bike, or I want to buy some other thing which makes my life better. So different people would be having a different needs related to different aspects. So that is more so important from the perspective of achieving this. So how to achieve these goals, how to make this reality, how the compounding works. So in this session what we are going to see how you can make your life better by small steps. So to start with, I will just share the presentation with you. uh, So when we are talking about financial goal planning, different people are having different goals, as I have already defined. So like examples of financial goals can be many. So like if say I want to paying off my credit card debt of 50,000 rupees within 6 months, that can be my goal. Then building a 6 months emergency fund by December 31st. So that can be another goal. So these are the smaller goals which makes a very big difference among the people. And I want to save 2 lakh rupees for my summer vacation before a particular date. So what we are saying, our goals should be smart, that should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and it should be time bound. So why do we save basically? So when we are talking about why do we save, so there are different aspects that I have already defined it to in this presentation. And retirement corpus, children benefit, children marriage, children higher education, foreign vacations. So all these goals are very very important in the life of an individual. So it is important to save from our earning in order to accomplish our financial goals. So like the way we are talking about, the person is like running and running and running. So why the person is running? In the same way, what is the goal post for that particular person? So in the same way, when we are talking about financial goals, this is the most and the very imperative part of financial planning of an individual. And if you don't have a goal, you can't achieve much. So that is why whenever if one wants to become a wealthy, then it is very very important from that perspective, uh, that you should have to have a defined goals. How to make your goals effective? Then the most important point for making your goals effective is you should have to have a very disciplined life. When we are talking about these modern day investors, so earlier people used to buy a land, people used to invest in gold, but these days if you see the modern day investors, they are getting more into these financial instruments like mutual funds, crypto, and they are investing their money in direct equity. Uh, these are the people who are modern day investors, and they are seeing the wealth building miracle through these instruments. And what is basically the wealth building miracle when we are talking about from the perspective of goal achievement? The wealth building miracle from that perspective is basically the compounding. So compounding, when we are talking about compounding, is the one thing which makes a magical effect on the life of the person. Now, which are the investment vehicles generally we are seeing when we are investing from the perspective of achieving our financial goals? So, if we say the long-term investments, the people are investing in equities and mutual funds, and then real estate, gold, bonds, bank fixed deposits. So these are the instruments where these are the investment vehicles where the people are making their investments. Now, if you see the investments like bank fixed deposits, where you're getting a lesser returns but the risk is very less, and you are investing from the perspective of shorter term like 3 years 5 years kind of FD. But when we talk about equities and equity mutual funds, there the people are investing from the perspective of wealth creation. So wealth you can create by investing in equity type of instruments, and bonds and fixed bank fixed deposit, we can put it in the same category. And real estate, if you see, the real estate challenges are uh, different in comparison to equities and mutual funds or equity mutual funds. Whereas gold is the inflation hedge security or inflation hedge investment, where you are investing from the perspective of putting your money to hedge your money against inflation. Now, if we see inflation, how inflation is making an impact in the life of the people. This 6 to 7% value is getting decreased every year. Like your 100 rupees automatically would become 94 rupees or 93 rupees. we are getting into another trap. So our income is 1 lakh rupees, our expenses are 1.5 lakh, our saving is nil, rather it is going in negative, minus 50,000. What we are doing, we are borrowing the money and paying higher interest in that money.